Hi guys, I'm here to do my April update, and I have kind of a lot to talk about. I'm going to do my WIPs. I have a finish, well, a new start and a finish. I'm going to talk about my stash, and a little bit about Maynia, and Tracy's talking tag. So, we'll just get started here. I'm going to start with my finish. This is something that I guess it also goes in my haul. I had bought it on Stash and Load, and I got it, and it was just calling to me. It was right after Easter. I finished it, or I stitched on it at the beginning of April. It was right after Easter, and it was just springy, and it was happy, and it was Eastery, and it was just calling to me. So I started it on Sunday, and I finished it on Tuesday. And it's not quite an FFO, but it's a finish. This is Mill Hill Sheep Egg, and it's completely beaded. There are no stitches in it. I wonder if I put something behind it, would it show better? There's a piece of my haul on the floor. I better pick that up. Anyway, I can't find anything to put behind it. Will this work? No. Anyway, so there it is. This is Mill Hill Sheep Egg. And I found out that there's a whole series of those eggs. There's like 8 spring eggs. And I want 4 of them. I want the bunny. I knew that there was a bunny because the instructions recommend or suggest that you get the bunny and you stitch it and you sew them together back to back and you have a double-sided ornament. So I knew there was a bunny. And then when I posted it on Facebook, other people pointed out to me that there was a chick, and there was a daffodil, and there was a tulip, and there was a ladybug, and there was a butterfly, and a dragonfly. And I want the chick, and the bunny, and the tulip, and the daffodil. I don't really like the ladybug that much, and I can live without the butterfly and the dragonfly. Megan, you might want to go chase down the dragonfly. I know they have it at 123 Stitch. But one of these days I'm going to get the other 4 that I want. It was quick stitch. It's easy. It's fun. I love it. They're cute. I love it. So, Mill Hill Sheep Egg. On to my WIPs. First up, as always, this summer, Mainzo Seasons. And I made a lot of progress on her this month. I was surprised. I looked at my video the other night from last month to kind of compare the progress, and I made a lot of progress on her. So last month, there was this line here where the pages had ended, or the first page had ended, and I filled in the rest of that. And I've done all of this here, and I did this strip here, and I've done this outside strip here. I'm actually getting almost done with the body of her dress. There's one more strip on the outside here, and there's a little more work down here. And then I'll be just about ready to do the train on her dress. So I've made a lot of progress. I was very surprised at how much I did on her this month. So there she is. Maybe in May, I'll be able to get a finish on her dress. And then, in my last video, I talked about this WIP that I pulled out from 20 years ago at the request of B. Flossie. And on that video, I had said I wanted to finish this block, this, the Simple Life sampler. And on my last video, I had said I had wanted to finish this tulip block right here that day. I did finish the leaves, and I had started on the background. I did that same day that I filmed that video, and then I haven't really touched it since. That's all I've done. The background is a light yellow. You can barely see it in the video, but I've done maybe half of it. And that's all I've done on it all month. I didn't touch it again. In fact, the first half of the month, Means of the Seasons was the only thing that I worked on, and I did the egg. I didn't work on the Simple Life sampler, and I didn't pick up Blackboard Hummingbird until like the 18th. I don't know what happened. I think I got busy with school, and I was just tired. I don't know what happened, but I didn't stitch on either project until the 18th, and I did end up switching my projects. I brought Means of the Seasons home because I wanted her to move along a little faster, and I took Blackboard Hummingbird to work. So Blackboard Hummingbird has become my work project, and I did start to make some progress on that in the later half of the month. So here's where I got on Blackboard Hummingbird. Place loose threads off of it. This is the top. So here's where I got on Blackboard Hummingbird, and you can see that I finished the right edge over here. I went up to as far as I could go on the right edge, and then I started over here at the top of page 2 and worked into the center. And so I'm going to work this all the way to the edge. There's the reason I ended up going to the center is because there's a big leaf right here that I didn't feel comfortable counting over to get over here. So I decided to attack it this way and go this way. And then I'll start working on the leaves when I get all the rest of this black work in. So I'm making progress. It's getting there. Soon I'll be able to do the flower. Hopefully the next time you see it, there'll be some flower in there. So there's a Blackboard Hummingbird, the ever popular bird, issue 231 of World of Cross Stitching magazine. And then that's all I worked on. I finished the egg, Means of the Seasons, Blackboard Hummingbird, Simple Life sampler. So there's my WIPs for May. I don't know. I'm going to continue on Blackboard Hummingbird, continue on Means of the Seasons. We'll see what happens with Simple Life sampler. I don't know if I'm going to pick that up or not. We'll see. Yeah. The first half of May is going to be kind of busy, I think. I'm finishing school. So 2 more weeks of algebra. Not that I'm counting or anything. We got 3 class sessions and a final left. And then I'm graduating. I got permission to graduate. So May 13th is graduation, and I'm getting my AA and my Certificate of Achievement in Paralegal. And so I've ordered my announcements, which should be here tomorrow. And I bought my cap and gown, which is hanging over there. And I'm very excited. So no more schoolwork. After May 13th, I'll hopefully get more stitching done. More time, less fatigue. So I can hope. Alright, so on to haul. Let me move some of this out of the way here. On to haul. Let me pick this one up. Oh. Two. So the first thing that I got was, this is by Lily Violet. And it's the Mary Poppins one. Practically perfect in every way. I know a few people have stitched this up, and I thought it was really cute. So it came up on Stash and Load, and I grabbed it. It reminds me when I was in 6th grade, we had this like choir kind of thing, and we had the song about what's the matter with kids today. I'm not going to sing, believe me, you don't want to hear me sing. But the lyrics were, what's the matter with kids today? Why can't they be like we were, perfect in every way? So that's what that reminds me of. And then I got this old issue of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This is January, February 86. And I got it for the cover. I got it for the Delft sampler on the cover. I think when I was flipping through it, there might have been a couple other things that I liked. But the Delft sampler is the main reason why I got it. So, I got that. I got this. Actually, this just came yesterday. This is from Cherished Stitches, and it's called An Accordion Book of Ornament. So there's that, and they have the book, and that's the one that interests me, is the book. And then they also have the option to stitch it flat and frame it. But I think I'd like to try the book. Oh, apparently they sell the book. I hope they still sell it. I guess I'll have to find out. So I got that. And then the seller that I bought this from, and I'm not sure if she watches my channel or not. I'm not sure how connected she is to FlossTube. But I'm going to shout her out. Her name is Carrie Santoyo. And I've known her on the stitching community for years. We used to be on the TWBB back in the day, when that was active, the Teresa Winslow Bulletin Board. She included this. I'm pretty sure she included it for free, because I would have remembered if I had seen this and ordered this. It's called the Laurel Band Sampler from Threaded Treasures. And it's a band sampler. You can see at the top it says Laurel. And then there's just all these bands. And the back says it was designed in commemoration of the city of Laurel, Maryland's 125th birthday. And it talks about how you can adapt it to a wedding sampler or birth sampler by changing the lettering. But I thought that was very sweet of her to include that for me. So thank you so much, Carrie. I think this will make it onto my soon-to-be started list. It looks like a pretty quick stitch. Band samplers usually go kind of quickly. So I got that. And then I got this also from everything that I bought almost is from Stash and Load. Actually, everything I bought is from Stash and Load. I got this. This is Little House Needleworks Giving Thanks. And it says, I'm thankful for my daily bread and also for my cross stitch thread. And I think Cross Stitch Joy finished this not too long ago. I got that. And it comes with the threads, which are Classic Colorworks. So I think this is going to go into my pile of quick stitches. And then I got this is Lavender and Lace. This is Secret Santa. And I remember when this came out, and we had a reaction thread for it back on the TWBB. I wish I had the year here when it came out, but I remember, Marilyn Levitt and Bloom attracted a lot of controversy. She invited a lot of controversy, and so there's some very strong feelings about her. And a lot of people react to her designs just based on the fact that she designed them. And so there was a lot of strong reaction to this and like, what's the secret? And she later said that the secret was that Santa was in a wheelchair. You can't tell here, but she had said that that was what the secret was. And I kind of think, Marilyn was very ill. Marilyn had multiple sclerosis. And I kind of think that this may have reflected her. And there was a lot of criticism of it and a lot of harsh words about it when it came out. And then I recently saw it stitched. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is really beautiful. So then I got it. So it was very pretty when somebody stitched it. So MLI Secret Santa. And what's this? I showed that last month. I won't show it again. And then the last thing, I think this is the last thing that I got, was I got this Mirabilia, the kit for the 2007 Christmas tree. Sorry about the glare. There you can see the tree. It's green and white, and it's decorated with doves and other white and snowflakes and other sorts of white and blue kinds of ornaments. So I got that. And it's a kit. It comes with all the threads and all the beads. So that's my stash. Stitch Maynia starts on Sunday. This is Friday, April 29th. Stitch Maynia starts on Sunday, May 1st. I have loved watching everybody's videos about their plans. It has been so much fun to see what people are planning. And watching everybody put their lists together and put their projects together and plan out their days. And it's been great fun to watch. I've loved it. And I've been kind of debating participating in Maynia because I know it's a lot of fun, and it would be a lot of fun to plan it, and it would be a lot of fun to, anticipate and daydream and put it all together and make a video about it. And I was trying to figure out how I could participate in a way that I would be okay with. And I've decided not to participate, because as much fun as it would be, I still have my own projects and I still have my own goals that I'm trying to meet, and participating in Maynia comes with an opportunity cost, and it comes with consequences, and I've decided that I'm not prepared to pay those consequences. I'm not prepared to make that opportunity cost. So I'm going to watch all of you, and I'm going to enjoy all of your videos and all of your starts and all of your progress and all of your WIPs, but I'm going to continue on with my 3 projects over here: Mains of the Seasons, Blackwork Hummingbird, Simple Life Sampler. I might make room for a new start. The monthly challenge and Cross Stitch and Discuss was just announced, and I might use that as an excuse to start Pretty Little New York, or this kit that I showed last month, Autumn in New York, Fall in Central Park. So I might. So we'll see. There was something else that I was kind of looking for an excuse to start. I don't remember what it was, but I might do that at my birthday. My birthday is not until July. But I might make one start for Maynia, but mostly I'm going to stick with what I have. I'm not prepared to start 15 more projects. I'm not prepared to put one day into 15 different WIPs. That would annoy the heck out of me. So I'm going to have fun watching all of you, but I'm going to sit out of Stitch Maynia. Tracy's talking tag. This has also been great fun to watch people do. So I'm going to do it very quickly here. The tag is say these words: ant, root. Sometimes I say route. I kind of say both. Wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, sure, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, cot. And then it says, answer these questions. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? We call that TPing. What is the bug that when you touch it, it curls into a ball? When I first heard this question, when I first watched the tag, I had said potato bug. And then the person I was watching said roly-poly, and I went, oh yeah, that's what it is. It's roly-poly. What's the bubbly carbonated drink called? We call it soda. My mom is from the Midwest. My mom is from Ohio. And she calls it pop. But I grew up here in California. I call it soda. What do you call gym shoes? Tennis shoes. What do you say to address a group of people? Hey guys, hey everyone, hi all. What do you call a kind of spider that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? A daddy long legs. What do you call your grandparents? Grandma and grandpa. What do you call a wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? A cart, basket. What do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? I don't have a name for that. I call it rain, and I'm like, oh, it's raining and the sun is shining. Is there a rainbow somewhere? But I don't really have a name for that. What is the thing you change the TV channel with? Of the remote. I have a question for you guys. Well, I guess I have two, and they're kind of related. What do you call the thing in the kitchen and the bathroom that you run water into? And what do you call the device that the water comes out of? My thinking about my grandmother is what triggered this question, because I call I call the thing that you run water into a sink, and I call the device that the water comes out of the faucet. But my grandmother called the sink, I think particularly the bathroom sink, but maybe also the kitchen sink, the basin, and she called the faucet the spigot. So, and she was in Ohio too. She was from Ohio. So, I was just wondering, what do you guys call those things? So, that's Tracy's talking tag. That was a fun tag. Thank you, Tracy. And I think that's all I have. This video is shorter than I thought it would be. But for May, the end of school, graduation, more meetings of the seasons, more blackbird hummingbird probably, and I think that's all. So I will see you guys next time. Happy stitching. Bye.